There is the cloud break being used by the king, and 800 command points are just destroying the base. And welcome to Command Point Middle. My name is Enrique and this is the ladder. We are looking at the king versus Andy. The king is ranked 9th and Andy ranked 5th. The king, also a known Man of the West player, is very good at Man of the West. And this is Erech III, the 26-minute game. Usually when a game goes long, Goblins are kind of, you know, interested. They like doing that. It's in the head-to-head. Andy won 8 times, the king only 3 times. Let's see if he can break that curse. Maybe he gets a 4-8. And if you look at Erech III, the map mastery, Andy winning a lot. The king doesn't really like this map a lot. He usually goes even. As Man of the West, the king played 87 games and lost 38 of them. As Goblins, Andy played 59 games and lost 30 of them. And in the matchup, the king won 11 times as men versus Goblins, and Andy won 10 times as Goblins versus men. This is the stats. This is what we're looking at. Let's get into the game. And here we are in the game. This is the king on the left side of the map being the orange colors playing Man of the West, and we have Andy on the right side of the map playing Goblins with the blue colors. A very normal opening as we have spotted it. It is Erech III with Goblin caves and spiders. Troll caves and spiders. Is there wargs? There's wargs even. There's a lot of things to creep. Also in the middle of the map there are goblins. And yeah, so a lot of money to be taken. This is also a little bit known as the money map, the creep camp. You have to creep just a lot. This is how you get an advantage in this game. So yeah, we are looking at a barracks opener, which is very standard. 3 farms and a barracks, and hopefully we are getting a archery range, which makes it my build. I love that kind of build. No, it is very greedy. It is a farm. Luckily the greed makes sense because there's no fissure yet for the goblin player Andy. Andy is probably just going multiple goblin caves, and there is another goblin cave. Yep. So yeah, here comes the first battalion of Gondor soldiers just straight to the other side. We had a conversation with Ghostboy a little while ago. Ghostboy told us goblins are good if they're not harassed early. So when you are playing against goblins, just attack them quickly, because it's very difficult for goblins to defend themselves. However, you'll probably be open to harassment, and yeah, you need some space to attack. And if you look at the builder, he is building for Mr. TheKing. He has been building a farm on the bottom side of the map just to try and spot those goblins. And here, oh, okay, there is a stable. That's why he went a little bit more greedy. There's a rallion call and a war chant. The goblin archers will kill this. This is not something you can win as as a Man of the West. However, this attack made it so that the goblins are not attacking you. There is a goblin tunnel on the left side, on top lane I call it, of the map. And this will be the harassing one. And yeah, Mr. TheKing is placing a few of those farms around the map just to be sure to spot the attack coming. And this is the death of the Gondor soldiers. They take down the Warg Layer. Warg Layer is going to be the very first thing to harass. And here are the pikes finding some goblins. Pikes are chasing the goblins, and the goblins are like, well, we are faster, we're just gonna run around. And the king is expanding bot lane, and here is the answer. A few of those Gondor knights is enough to trample the goblin warriors, and the pikemen are sent bot lane. Soldiers on the field. They are going for the goblin cave, I think. And here is a tunnel. Tunnel being used. Warcry is being taken, and the tunnels are filling up with a lot of those goblin warriors. However, there are also a few of those knights out. He might want to build another battalion of knights because he needs them to trample properly. 5 goblin warriors are enough to take down those knights. Here come the knights trampling a goblin layer. This is from a money in the pocket for the king. Andy has not been standing still. He's not been idling. He built his marauders. A fissure has been placed as a third production building, and here comes a big attack. First trample in, and the knights are scared for the pikes, but not scared enough. They are still trying to trample and now retreating. First cave throw is going down, and the king is waiting with his pikes. Another trample, trying to get level 2, quickly trampling the goblins, and here is a small little harassing attack. A few of those marauders is enough to deal with the pikes, with the cav of the king, and Andy taking a lot of money, now attacking the very first resource buildings. However, a quick upgrade, no Gondor archers, just immediately taking the Ithilien Rangers. Ithilien Rangers very powerful against goblins, because they just one-shot everything. Oh, nice warlord, and there is a war chant used. Is the rallying call being used? Okay, not paying attention. The Ithilien Rangers dying, quickly trying to be part of the pikes, but they are now losing their lives, quickly retreating, and a heal being used to keep them safe. Is there a well? There is no well, but there are a few Ithilien Rangers there, and the Ithilien Rangers are peppering the war, the chanted, the rallying called, no, war chanted pikes from marauders. Meanwhile, battalion, little combo I call it, but there's a trade troll as well there for Andy. And a retreat has been called. No more Gondor Knights. It was just one battalion of Gondor Knights, which was enough to persuade Andy to retreat. And here are the Ithilien Rangers. 3 battalions of Ithilien Rangers. This is gonna be enough to stop this attack, because they're very strong, especially with the arrow volley. They are shooting down the cave troll, and they're doing a lot of damage. A little bit of a trample, and now that there are 4 Ithilien Ranger battalions on the field, he might want to go for fire arrows. And if you look at the archery range, the king is waiting for that 500, I think. 300, 400, there he comes, 500. No upgrades, just units still. That's the problem with Ithilien Rangers. They don't really do damage to tunnels, and you really want to do some damage. And here is the answer to the Ithilien Rangers, the Spider Riders. If you're looking at bot lane, a little bit of a rest, but these annoying goblins, you need some units everywhere. And level 2 spider pit, there's this spider riders in the tunnel and spider riders on the field. Big attack through the middle. And no pikes in the middle. This could be a very good trample for Andy, but the king, with such a strong and powerful army, is going to be very difficult to take down. There's a lot of units on the field. 800 command points for Men of the West against 800 for the goblin player, Mr. Andy. Here comes the trample. Gonna hit? No, they're not gonna hit, and stop command makes it so that they're gonna shoot. And a volley is a volley of arrows into the spider riders, not doing any damage. But the big battle in the middle, I missed. 1800 resources for Mr. TheKing. I'm not sure where he's going to spend on. He is supply block, that's why he's not spending on it. And this is trampleable. No, not trampleable. Rallying call used, and a little bit of trample. War chant on nothing. The spider riders are dying. The Ithilien Rangers are not in attack position. What? That is a waste, right? It's trying to save a level 2 farm, but it's still most likely gonna go down. Spiders are still alive and level 1, so that's not gonna replenish pretty soon. Okay, he saved the farm, I guess it's worth it, but now his power points are a little bit behind. And it's 750 versus 850. Andy is very much in the lead, and a big army for Andy on the bottom side of the field, which is, well, not very strong actually, because a lot of those units are archers. They're not going to do a lot of damage to the farms. And yeah, farm going down because the king didn't finish off the... oh, it did go down, luckily saving it. A little bit of trample, a few battalions, bottom lane, make sure that Andy cannot destroy a lot of those farms. And yeah, these goblins are distracted. That means that these fire arrowed Italian rangers are gonna do a lot of work. The king still no hero. Neither does Andy. Andy is at the moment on 900 command points and 500 resources. A few of those builders are dying or are running away. But yeah, Spider Riders plus Marauders, a pretty difficult combo to deal with for Men of the West. Luckily, the Italian Rangers are with a lot of units. And these guys are just gonna suicide, I guess, because they're not moving, they're not doing anything. And a few Spider Riders getting caught out, and the fire arrows doing a lot of damage. And he's losing a battalion for nothing. He's focusing on something else. Yeah, he's trampling in the middle. Heal being used to keep them alive, and the Italian range is gonna do some work. Top lane, arrow volley is being used on nothing, and the trample for the Spider Riders are killing the Italian ranges. Mid lane is won. Bot lane, a few of those tunnels are going down, which cannot be defended because Andy is spread thin. Farm is being sacrificed because they really want to kill the Spider Riders. Spider Riders are losing a few of those units, and the fire arrows are hitting their targets. There is a very good trample and a good arrow volley. This is what the game is going to look like. Bottom right of the map, we have a little bit of harassment, but it's Pikes were being focused down. Bombadil is doing some damage. Maybe he should go ahead and aim for those tunnels, because I learned that Bombadil does a lot of damage to tunnels. Another tunnel going down. Fire arrow is doing a lot of damage. A builder is top lane. Maybe he's gonna build a what's it called? A siege thing. No, it's just a well. He's building a base. Pikes are gonna catch this out. Oh, he's not paying attention. Oh my god, the Pikes just well positioned, and a lot of Spider Riders going down. They need to replenish. The replenishing rule is if your units are moving, there won't be replenished. And there is a lumber mill being spotted. Tom Bombadil is gone. Did take down the tunnel, like I said. And yeah, another tunnel coming down. Still, just only one battalion of Gondor Knights are in, and a lot of Spider Riders are going bot lane trying to find some targets. They find a farm and one battalion of Pikes. They can go into Archer mode to just kill this. Are they going in Archer mode? No, they're going for the level 2 farm, doing some damage. Rallying call team being used just to get it, but there's a big army in the base of Andy, and Andy is throwing rocks. He had a siege extension, but he is gonna lose all of his production. There is the cloud break being used by the king, and 800 command points are just destroying the base, and fire arrows are shooting the troll. Troll is slowly going down, but losing the level 2 fissure is doing a lot of damage. Andy needs to retreat or surrender his base, but if you look at the bottom left of your screen in the minimap, there is just a Watcher being used. A lot of Italian Rangers going down. He can run back to his mill though, because there is a mill top on the top side of the map. But Andy kind of discouraged the king to keep fighting. This means that the real threat is now in the middle of the map, where another level 2 farm is going down. Nope. Rebuild being used. I spoke too soon, and Andy is surrendering the attack and running away, as knights, level 3 knights, are fighting back. If you look at the top side of the map, Andy spots all the farms and the wells, and the king is moving back into it. Nope, there is a well being built, and the king is just gonna wait for this to finish and let Andy have all of that. Bottom left of the map, a little bit of harassment. A level 2 farm might go down. Yes, there is the spider summon for Andy. Andy is gonna do a lot of farm damage. Top side is going down, and everything is being healed up. Look at the command point regeneration, 875 for the king versus 750 for Andy. Andy is on the back foot. He's on the back foot. No upgrades yet, but a marketplace is coming up. And top lane is defended by a few of these units, and the fire arrow Italian Rangers are completely replenished and are going to surround the base of Andy. And yeah, the king is going to just kill everything. The king is going to shoot down the tunnel. It's a level 3 tunnel. You want it dead. It has a lot of HP, but 3,500 health is really quickly being killed. There is still no heroes, and watch out for the... Oh, spider riders are dying to the pikes. Yep, that wasn't a good trample. Gondor soldiers doing the work on the buildings, and the fire arrow units are fighting. Unfortunately, top lane is now finally beaten by Andy. Andy doing some counter damage with the spider riders, which is a very good idea, as a lot of command points for Mr. TheKing are lost as he loses so many farms. He is building farms like Age of Empires, just supply points, not for the money. More Gondor Knights. Still no heroes. There is a what's it called, banner on the castle that means cheaper heroes, which is a good thing. And as you see, there is a lot of money coming in, but Gondor Knights losing it to the Spider Riders with the debuff, especially with the debuffs. It is going to make the 25 power point a little bit longer. However, it's 15 to 14. Even with everything bought for the king, he has more command points and he's getting even more. There is a Wildman summon straight on top of the ranges. All the Italian ranges are being healed, but it's not enough. They're being one-shot. It is actually a turnaround. Andy wins this with a combination of the... Andy loses it with the combination of all of those upgrades, and here is Tom Bombadil, but the trample for the Spider Riders is actually making it very difficult for the king to stay alive, and yeah, even Tom Bombadil cannot stop it. The king losing a lot of very highly ranked Italian ranges to the Spider Riders. Siege is even helping to deter that attack, and the king needs to replenish his ranges. This is a lot of money to just get his units back. But it's 850 command points versus 675. And there is almost 2,500. There is... Oh yeah, that's a big buy. Something is being bought, like 1,000 resources-ish. It's gonna be a hero for Andy, trying to change the ties. And ooh, there is a... Alliance. Oh my god. Untamed Alliance plus Wildman Summon makes it so that there is no 25, and here is the 25 almost done for the 25 for the king. The king is gonna probably win it just because of the PowerPoint difference. Yeah, the Andy needed to use his PowerPoints to survive. He did survive, but now he is up against a 25 PowerPoint thing. The king even building spell point, and here's the Army to Death. I'm not sure if that was the right choice. He has Army to Death, he has this freeze. He doesn't need Army of the Death, he just needs the building killer. Just the Earthquake would have been best, I think, in this case, because the units are already dying to the Italian ranges, especially in the combination with the Cloud Break. Eomer is going to join to counter the spiders. They're joining up with the Gondor Knights, and Spider Riders taking down the well. But when is this? When is the best use for this? Gondor Knights spotting the tunnels and the lumberjacks. Here comes Spider Riders striking to take down more of those stuff, and here is a Reliant called small battalion of units. This could be the moment. Army of Death being used. No, he's not using it still, because there's just nothing to aim it for. Army of the Death might not have been the best choice. I don't think this was a good 25 power. Now that he spent his 25 power, and he can get back into the game. Level 2 tunnel going down. And the harassment by Andy, what he does very well is... heal being used on nothing. The king is not playing properly. He's being distracted probably by all the other stuff that is happening on the map, because the Spider Riders are just slowly taking down so many of those farms. It's 750 command points versus this 500 for the Goblins. Even though Mr. Andy is taking down a lot of those farms for of the king, Andy is still not better because the king is also taking down a lot of tunnels at the same time. Spiders being summoned. Spiders being summoned on the top side somewhere. Oh man, Tamed Legions is creating a lot of those cave trolls. And the king is losing some barracks, he's losing some farms. And Andy is back in the game. He did lost a lot of tunnels. He's 350 command point limited. But yeah, he is close to his... Oh my god, he keeps spending his skill points, his power points on the wrong things. I feel like he should get to his 25 to really turn the ties here. And yeah, most of the knights just sacrificing. Here's Azog. Azog is on the field, first hero for Andy, and immediately splash damaging most of the all of the armies. And yeah, the spider riders are doing a lot of damage due to the arrows, but Eomer just has to run. Back in the base, the cave trolls are retreating because even though they counter knights in combination with the Italian ranges, the knights will win this. Azog still doing a little bit of damage, and the spider riders with the arrows, the bow position is doing a lot of work. Tunnels being found, 550 command points for Andy is not gonna be enough to make a difference here. Not grouping makes it very difficult to kill the tunnel. And if we look at the king, he is almost to his second 25 power point. Wildman summon, top left of the map. He is going to destroy the farms and trying to get the eco for the king down. But yeah, the marketplace is doing a lot of work. There is Tom Bombadil summoned on a very weird place. This army of the dev was such a bad call. He could have done so much more damage with the earthquake. Finally, Asa going down, and Eomer is level 4, making some more money for Mr. The King. The King almost 25. Still has army of the dev. Still hasn't used it. It is such a bad play to not use army of the dev. I mean, come on. Just get earthquake. Just do the production damage. And here is the forward siege works. Wow, the summon for Wildman does a lot of work. He killed a lot of the stuff at 650, command per 750. Eco-wise, it's kind of even. And although there's no lumber camps and there is a marketplace, so maybe eco-wise, Mr. The King is way ahead. This looks like a GG for Andy, because there's nothing he can really do, and every kill that Eomer gets is gonna work towards some money. Here there is a plus 18, the resources helping, and there is the siege weapon and as very first siege trebuchet thingy. Not in attack mode, so he's gonna be destroyed by the... This is a bad move. Yeah, he is not in attack position. He should move back a little. Oh, Earthquake is here. There is a Watcher. There is Army of the Death. It is a kill move, and this gonna be GG for Andy. He cannot work against this. He could have used it a little bit earlier maybe, but yeah, the fortress going down, and this must be GG. Actually, he's trying to extend it a little. No, he's not. He is gonna lose this cursor. Eomer with the last hit maybe, because... Boosh! And he dies. The King wins. GG for Mr. The King. Yeah, he played Man of the West to a T. I love doing that for farm with a stable opener. This was a lot of macro games, not really micro. And yeah, the tunnels and the farms just went down. At some point, Andy couldn't keep up. And quick Italian ranges for the King kind of sealed the deal. This has been MotW. My name is Enrique, and I will see you on the ladder. If you like this video, and if you think this daily idea is pretty awesome to get a little bit of update of the ladder and arena and MotW, feel free to follow the channel and like the channel, like this video, subscribe to Command Point Middle-earth for more videos, and I will see you on twitch.tv if you want to follow the making of and the production of these videos.